On a crisp morning, under a sky so clear it seemed like a vast ocean of air, Flight AE-152 prepared for its journey. The airport was buzzing with the usual cacophony of rolling suitcases, distant announcements, and the muffled conversations of travelers. Among them were the passengers of AE-152, a mix of excited tourists, weary businessmen, and locals returning home, all unaware of the fate that awaited them. Captain Emily Torres surveyed her aircraft with a practiced eye, the sleek body of the plane gleaming under the first light of dawn. She was a seasoned pilot, with countless flights under her belt, but each takeoff still filled her with a sense of responsibility. Beside her, First Officer Michael Zhang, a man of few words but immense skill, shared a nod of understanding. Today was just another day, another flight. Or so they thought. As the passengers boarded, snippets of conversation filled the air, creating a tapestry of lives intersected by this journey. A young couple, holding hands tightly, spoke of the adventure awaiting them. A mother, herding her excited children, dreamt of the family waiting at their destination. Little did they know, their plans were about to be unmade by the unimaginable.
Welcome aboard Flight AE-152.
Captain Torres's voice, calm and confident, echoed through the cabin.
We're looking forward to flying you to your destination. Sit back, relax, and let us take care of the journey ahead.
The engines roared to life, a deep, comforting purr that spoke of power and promise. The plane taxied to the runway, the world outside blurring into a stream of lights as they accelerated, lifting off into the morning sky. Below, the city receded, becoming a patchwork of lives and stories, as AE-152 climbed higher, chasing the horizon. For a moment, everything was as it should be. The cabin settled into a quiet hum, the occasional chime of a call button or the whisper of a cabin crew member moving down the aisle. Outside, the clouds parted, welcoming the plane into their embrace. But then, without warning, the world changed. The clear blue sky flickered, as if for a moment reality itself hesitated. On the flight deck, Captain Torres and First Officer Zhang exchanged a look of confusion. The instruments, for a split second, spiraled into madness, displaying readings that made no sense. And then, as suddenly as it began, the anomaly passed. The sky returned to its vast, unending blue, the instrument stabilized, and the plane continued on its path, as if nothing had happened. But something had changed. The world below did not recognize Flight AE-152 anymore. It had vanished from radar, slipped through a crack in the fabric of reality, leaving behind no trace, no echo of its existence. On board, life continued, oblivious to the impossibility that enveloped them. Laughter, dreams, and stories filled the cabin, a bubble of life floating into the unknown. The journey of Flight AE-152 had just begun, but its destination was no longer a place on a map. It was a mystery, a question mark hanging in the vastness of the sky, a story that had taken its first step into the realm of legends. In the remote expanse of the countryside, miles away from the nearest city's glow, an amateur astronomer named Lucas had made his sanctuary. Surrounded by the silence of nature and the vast canvas of the night sky, he pursued his passion with a dedication that bordered on obsession. His small, makeshift observatory, a dome of solitude and wonder, was his escape from the world's noise. On the night Flight AE-152 vanished, Lucas was tracking celestial bodies, his telescope aimed at the heavens, recording the dance of stars and planets. The air was crisp, and the sky was a clear black, sprinkled with the light of distant suns. It was a perfect night for stargazing, until it wasn't. Without warning, the fabric of the night flickered. Lucas blinked, unsure if his eyes were playing tricks on him. He peered into the telescope again, adjusting the focus. There it was, a shimmer in the sky, like a mirage. It wasn't an astronomical phenomenon he could recognize. The air around the shimmer seemed to warp, and for a moment, it felt as if he was looking into a void, a tear in the very fabric of reality. Lucas reached for his camera, attached to the telescope, snapping photos of the anomaly. He was no stranger to strange sightings, satellites, shooting stars, even the occasional classified military aircraft, but this was different. This was something beyond his understanding, something otherworldly. The phenomenon lasted mere seconds before the night returned to its peaceful state, as if the anomaly had never occurred. Lucas sat back, heart racing, reviewing the images he captured. They showed a blur, a distortion in the sky, but would anyone believe what he saw? Would they dismiss it as a trick of light, or worse, a fabrication? The next day, Lucas heard about the disappearance of Flight AE-152. A chill ran down his spine as he connected the dots. Could there be a relation between the vanished flight and the anomaly he witnessed? He debated reaching out to the authorities, but fear of ridicule held him back. Instead, he uploaded the images to an online forum for unexplained phenomena, hoping to find someone who had seen what he had, someone who could offer an explanation. As days turned into weeks, Lucas's sighting became a footnote in the vast tapestry of conspiracy theories and speculations surrounding Flight AE-152. Few took his account seriously, dismissing it as the fantasies of an overeager stargazer. Yet, Lucas couldn't shake off the feeling that what he witnessed was a glimpse into something profound, a moment where the known world brushed against the unknown. He returned to his observatory night after night, scanning the skies for another anomaly, another rift. But the sky remained a silent expanse, holding its secrets close, leaving Lucas with nothing but his memories of the night the world changed and his unshakable belief that somewhere, out there, the passengers of Flight AE-152 were still flying, lost between the stars. As the initial shock of Flight AE-152's disappearance began to settle into a heavy silence, the families and friends of those on board clung to the fading echoes of hope. The world watched, waited, and speculated, but no answers came, only the deepening mystery of a plane that vanished without a trace. Among the waiting was Anna, whose sister had been on AE-152, heading towards a new job, a new life. Now, all Anna had were questions, unanswered calls, and the haunting silence of uncertainty. She spent her days scrolling through news updates and her nights staring at the stars, wondering if somewhere in that vast expanse, her sister was looking down on her. Then, one morning, as the sun cast a pale light over a world that seemed to move on too quickly, Anna received an email. It was from her sister's account, sent after the flight was reported missing. The message was cryptic, a string of numbers and letters that made no sense, followed by a simple, "Don't stop looking for me." The email's timestamp was impossible, sent days after the disappearance. Word of the message spread quickly among the families of the passengers. Soon, others came forward with their stories, texts received in the dead of night, voicemails filled with static and whispers, letters postmarked after the date of the flight, each bearing similar cryptic messages. The authorities dismissed these communications as cruel hoaxes, but for those who received them, they were a lifeline, a glimmer of hope. Some families banded together, hiring experts to analyze the messages, searching for hidden meanings, patterns, anything that might explain the inexplicable. Lucas, too, heard of these messages. He couldn't help but wonder if there was a connection to the anomaly he witnessed, to the tear in the sky that seemed to swallow AE-152 whole. He reached out to Anna and the others, sharing his experience, offering his images of the sky that night as a piece of the puzzle no one knew how to solve. Together, they formed an unlikely alliance, a group bound by loss and the unyielding belief that their loved ones were still out there, somewhere. They combed through the data, the images, the messages, looking for correlations to astronomical events, to anomalies, to anything that might give them a clue. As days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, the group found small inconsistencies, patterns that didn't fit the known laws of physics or the expected behavior of technology. They discovered that the cryptic messages, when combined, formed coordinates that matched the location where Lucas had seen the rift in the sky. With each discovery, the group's resolve deepened. They faced skepticism, ridicule, and the daunting reality that they might never find the answers they sought. But the whispers from beyond, the cryptic messages that defied explanation, kept their hope alive. They began to theorize that AE-152 hadn't crashed or been hijacked in the traditional sense, but had encountered something extraordinary, something beyond the current understanding of science and reality. Perhaps, they speculated, the passengers of AE-152 were not lost, but merely unreachable, trapped in a place where time and space behaved differently. This small band of searchers, united by their shared tragedy, became a beacon of hope for those still waiting for answers. In their quest for the truth, they found not just clues to a mystery, but a community, a sense of purpose, and a way to keep the memory of their loved ones alive. As the world moved on, they continued their vigil, scanning the skies, deciphering the messages, holding on to the belief that somewhere, in the vast unknown, the passengers of Flight AE-152 were waiting to be found, sending their whispers from beyond the veil, urging them to look closer, dig deeper, and never give up hope. In the weeks following the revelation of the coordinates that matched Lucas's sighting of the rift, the group's journey took a turn into uncharted territories. They stumbled upon a collection of old government documents, long buried in the dusty corners of a forgotten archive, which hinted at experiments with dimensional gateways and the manipulation of spacetime. These documents, marked by time and secrecy, suggested that the disappearance of AE-152 might not have been an accident but a collision with a phenomenon decades in the making. The group, fueled by this new lead, dove into the history of these experiments. They uncovered tales of vanished test subjects and strange anomalies reported in the skies, all linked to a covert program known as Project Threshold. The more they dug, the clearer it became that AE-152 might have inadvertently crossed through an unseen path, a dimensional rift created by these experiments, which had opened at the precise coordinates and moment the plane was reported missing. As they pieced together the evidence, they realized that the cryptic messages and the anomaly in the sky were not mere coincidences but were intrinsically connected to the fabric of reality itself, which had been altered at that location. The idea that AE-152 had traveled to another dimension or a parallel reality began to seem less like science fiction and more like a plausible explanation for the inexplicable disappearance. Driven by this hypothesis, the group reached out to experts in theoretical physics, astrophysics, and other scientific disciplines, sharing their findings and seeking guidance on how to proceed. Among them was Dr. Elena Martinez, a physicist known for her work on wormholes and dimensional theory, who became intrigued by their story. Dr. Martinez proposed a daring theory: if AE-152 had indeed passed through a dimensional rift, there might be a way to establish communication with the plane, to reach across the boundaries of dimensions. The group, with Dr. Martinez's help, began to construct a theoretical framework for a device that could send signals across dimensions, hoping to make contact with AE-152. They worked tirelessly, their efforts a blend of science, speculation, and sheer determination, driven by the belief that if they could just find the right frequency, the right moment, they might be able to break through the silence. As the device neared completion, anticipation and anxiety grew. They were about to attempt something unprecedented, to reach out into the unknown with the hope of bringing back those who had been lost. The night they decided to test the device, the air was thick with tension. They gathered in Lucas's observatory, the very place where the journey had begun, and activated the device. The world held its breath as they waited for a sign, a response, anything that could prove their theory right. Minutes stretched into hours, and just as doubt began to creep in, a faint signal emerged from the static, a series of numbers and letters, echoing the cryptic messages they had received before. This breakthrough was more than just a sign, It was a beacon of hope, a confirmation that the passengers of AE-152 might still be out there, waiting to be found. The group's resolve deepened, their mission clear. They had opened a door to the unknown, and there was no turning back. The search for AE-152 had become more than a quest for answers. It was a journey to bridge worlds, to defy the boundaries of reality, and to bring home those who were lost beyond the veil. After the breakthrough signal, the group's work entered a new phase, one marked by both exhilaration and daunting challenges. The faint signal, a series of numbers and letters, became a constant subject of analysis. Dr. Martinez, with her deep knowledge of theoretical physics, led the effort to decode it, suggesting it could be a form of quantum communication from AE-152, somehow reaching across the dimensional divide. As days turned into nights and back into days, their small observatory became a hub of relentless activity. Lucas's once solitary sanctuary was now alive with the energy of shared purpose. The group expanded their equipment, bringing in more sophisticated technology to enhance their ability to send and receive signals. Every new piece of equipment, every adjustment made, was a step closer to understanding the message and, hopefully, to making contact with AE-152. The community around them began to take notice. The story of their quest spread, drawing attention from the media, the scientific community, and curious onlookers. While some offered support and resources, others voiced skepticism, questioning the validity of their claims. But for the group, the possibility of reaching out to the lost flight and proving the existence of other dimensions outweighed any doubt. They had become the center of a growing movement, a symbol of hope for those who dared to believe in the impossible. Amidst this whirlwind of activity, the group organized a public event at the observatory, inviting the world to witness their next attempt to communicate with AE-152. The night of the event arrived with a palpable sense of anticipation. The observatory was crowded with supporters, journalists, and skeptics, all waiting to see if the impossible could be achieved. As the device was activated, a hush fell over the crowd. The screens lit up, and the equipment hummed to life, filling the observatory with a symphony of electronic sounds. Minutes passed in silence, the tension mounting with each passing second. Then, suddenly, a new signal broke through, stronger and clearer than before. It was a message, in the same cryptic code as the previous communications but longer, more complex. The group sprang into action, decoding the message in real time. Dr. Martinez's hands flew over her keyboard as she worked to translate the quantum-encoded message. The room was silent, every eye fixed on the screens, every breath held in suspense. And then, clarity. The message was a set of coordinates and a date, along with a simple, yet profound statement: "We are here." The revelation sent a wave of astonishment through the observatory. The coordinates pointed to a location in space, far beyond the current reach of human exploration, and the date was set for a future moment, suggesting a window of opportunity for a more direct communication or even a rescue. The group's mission had evolved from a search for answers to a potential rescue operation. They needed to act quickly, to mobilize resources and expertise to explore the possibilities of reaching the coordinates. The public event turned into a rallying cry, a call to action for scientists, governments, and dreamers around the world to join in their mission to bridge dimensions and bring home the passengers of AE-152. As the world watched, the small band of searchers at the heart of this incredible journey prepared to embark on their most ambitious phase yet. They had touched the unknown, received a message from beyond the veil, and now faced the monumental task of reaching across the cosmos to bring back those who had been lost. The journey ahead was fraught with uncertainty, but one thing was clear: they were no longer alone. The world was watching, waiting, and hoping right alongside them. The search for AE-152 had become a global endeavor, a testament to the power of hope, the unyielding human spirit, and the endless pursuit of the unknown. Months had passed since the groundbreaking message from AE-152 had been decoded, and the world had rallied around the group's mission with an outpouring of support, resources, and expertise. Yet, despite the global attention and anticipation, the path to reaching the coordinates remained fraught with technical challenges and bureaucratic hurdles. The group, however, remained undeterred, their resolve only strengthened by the obstacles they faced. Lucas, once a solitary astronomer, had become something of a legend, the catalyst for a movement that spanned across continents and cultures. His observatory, the birthplace of this incredible journey, had transformed into a beacon of hope and curiosity. But as the preparations for the mission to reach the coordinates continued, Lucas found himself retreating from the limelight, drawn back to the quiet solitude of his stargazing. He spent his nights scanning the heavens, not just as a scientist, but as a silent watcher, a guardian of the mission's spirit. The observatory, filled with the hum of computers and the soft glow of monitors, became his sanctuary once more, a place where he could reflect on the journey that had unfolded and the mysteries that still lay hidden among the stars. One clear night, as Lucas adjusted his telescope, he noticed a faint anomaly in the sky, not unlike the one that had started it all. His heart raced as he documented the coordinates, the time, and the characteristics of the sighting. Was it a sign, a message, or simply a cosmic coincidence? Lucas couldn't be sure, but it filled him with a sense of wonder and an unshakable belief that the universe was far more mysterious and interconnected than anyone could imagine. This silent vigil became a ritual for Lucas, a way to stay connected to the essence of their quest as the world buzzed around them. He became a bridge between the past and the future, between the known and the unknown, holding space for the possibilities that lay just beyond reach. As the day of the mission approached, Lucas's observations and reflections served as a grounding force for the group. They were a reminder of the awe and humility that had brought them together, the acknowledgement that their journey was not just about technology or discovery, but about the human spirit's quest for understanding and connection. The silent watcher's role was not just to observe but to bear witness to the unfolding story of AE-152, to keep the flame of curiosity alive in the face of the unknown. Lucas's solitary vigils reminded everyone involved that, at the heart of their endeavor, was a simple yet profound quest, to reach out into the vastness of the cosmos and to bring back those who had ventured beyond the veil. As the mission launched, Lucas watched from his observatory, the silent guardian of a dream that had grown beyond him, a dream that now belonged to the world. The stars above whispered secrets of the universe, secrets that Lucas knew were meant to be sought after, cherished, and, above all, shared. The search for AE-152 had become more than a mission, it was a testament to the enduring quest for knowledge, the bond of shared hope, and the ceaseless pursuit of the unknown that defines our humanity. As the mission unfolded under the watchful eyes of Lucas and the world, a startling discovery shifted the focus from the heavens to the uncharted depths of Earth's oceans. The coordinates provided by AE-152, initially believed to point to a distant location in space, revealed a startling truth: the destination was not above but beneath, in the vast, unexplored abyss of the ocean, where the boundaries between dimensions blurred. The revelation that the link to AE-152 and potentially other dimensions lay hidden beneath the waves ignited a flurry of activity. The group, initially formed to bridge the cosmos, found themselves at the helm of an expedition that delved into the deepest parts of the ocean. The world's attention turned to the sea, as scientists, explorers, and dreamers alike pondered the possibilities of what lay in the depths, where no light had ever pierced. Lucas, though once the guardian of celestial secrets, now found himself drawn to the mysteries of the deep. The observatory, once a beacon for stargazers, transformed into a command center for the most ambitious underwater exploration the world had ever seen. The mission to recover AE-152 had evolved into a quest to uncover the connections between the cosmos and the ocean's depths, a journey to discover gateways hidden beneath the waves. Collaboration with marine scientists and engineers brought about the development of advanced submersibles capable of withstanding the crushing pressures of the deep ocean, equipped with technology to detect anomalies in the fabric of reality. These vessels, piloted by the bravest souls, ventured into the abyss, guided by the coordinates that had once pointed to the stars. As they descended, the team encountered phenomena that defied explanation, bioluminescent creatures that seemed to flicker in and out of existence, currents that flowed against the laws of physics, and, at the heart of it all, a rift, shimmering in the dark waters, a portal that connected the ocean's depths to the vastness of space. The discovery that the ocean housed a dimensional gateway, a physical manifestation of the connection between Earth and the cosmos, reshaped humanity's understanding of the universe. It was not just the stars that held the key to the unknown, but also the depths of our own planet, a reminder that mysteries abound within as much as beyond. Lucas, from his observatory-turned-command center, watched as the live feeds from the submersibles displayed images of the underwater rift. A sense of awe and humility pervaded the air, as those gathered realized they were witnessing a moment of profound significance. The quest for AE-152 had brought them to the edge of discovery, to the realization that the universe's secrets were closer than they had ever imagined, hidden in the depths waiting to be unveiled. The journey into the ocean's abyss offered new hope for reconnecting with AE-152 and its passengers. The silent watchers of the sky turned their gaze downward, understanding that the exploration of the unknown required looking not only above but also below. This expedition into the depths became a new chapter in humanity's quest for knowledge, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration that seeks to unravel the mysteries of both the cosmos and the ocean, uniting the quest for the stars with the exploration of the deep, in the unending pursuit of the unknown that defines our quest for understanding. As the expedition delved deeper into the ocean's abyss, the initial awe and excitement that surrounded the discovery of the underwater rift gave way to an eerie silence. The submersibles, with their advanced equipment, had crossed the threshold of the known world into the realm of shadows and whispers. The live feeds, once a source of hope and anticipation, became windows into a world that defied understanding. The last transmission received from the team was a static-filled video, showing the entrance to the rift shimmering with an otherworldly light. Then, silence. The submersibles and their crews vanished, leaving behind only questions and a chilling reminder of the ocean's unfathomable mysteries. Back at the observatory, Lucas stood alone, the weight of the silence pressing down on him. The mission to bridge dimensions and uncover the secrets of the universe had led them to a discovery beyond imagination, but at a cost that was yet to be fully understood. The world watched in suspense, but no further communications came from the depths. The ocean kept its secrets, a silent guardian of the threshold between worlds. The disappearance of the expedition team, much like that of AE-152, became a new enigma, a mystery that whispered of realms and beings beyond human comprehension. Lucas, once a watcher of the stars, now gazed into the dark waters, pondering the cost of humanity's reach into the unknown. In the silence of the observatory, the stars above seemed to watch in solemn witness to the unending quest for knowledge. The journey had revealed that the universe was not only more wondrous but also more terrifying than ever imagined. The depths held answers, but at a price that questioned the very nature of reality itself. As the world moved on, the story of AE-152 and the expedition to the ocean's abyss lingered, a haunting tale of curiosity, ambition, and the mysteries that lie in wait, where the light of understanding dares to pierce the darkness. The quest for knowledge continued, but with a newfound caution, a whisper from the depths reminding us that some doors, once opened, might never be closed again.